Here. At end. Let's take a look at the team.
Oh boy.
What was that ho boy for?
A couple of them are 45.
It's fine, they'll get levels.
Yeah, you need to get into a fight or two.
I could, you know... We have shield. We have shield and flowing.
You have, excuse me, more than enough to get through this.
Yeah, Sharon. Where the fuck did I get Karen from? Sharon is maybe the weakest link on the team, but hey, she's here for exactly why you know why she's here.
She should actually be in front of Emily, since Emily is much faster moving around than she is.
Yes.
Also, she's a tank. A dodge tank, but still a tank.
Yeah, otherwise that team... Actually, no, that team setup is fine. Actually, no. This team setup is bad.
You need to switch up Sergeant Jones and I. They need to be in different groups.
Yeah. It's simple. There you go.
Boom, done.
Alright. Without further ado. End. Or the beginning of it.
Huh, that seemed generic.
Indeed.
The thing we were looking at said that all you needed was Sergeant Joe and Fubar.
Yeah. Maybe it's later.
We'll see.
Big Dave losing his room was 2 weeks ago, yeah. There was many war fights last week.
Two fun war fights.
Yeah, 2 fairly big war fights, but also just, you know, entertaining. Anyway, you die.
Oh god, he's got 4 hits with the bird. Whatever he attacks is dying.
Between the last stream and this one. Oh, Baka Bible in the chat. Between the last week and this one, I played the entirety of Suikoden 4. In 1 week, you mashed it.
I just have one word and question for that, which is, why?
The thing is, Emily will always go first and just run ahead, so it doesn't actually matter. Or when Joe is actually doing melee fight, he wants to be in front because, oh jeez, this is a problem.
Well, you'll punch your way through. You can probably use the girl attack to hit the Azadus.
You're right.
Dodge tank!
But yeah, that's why girl attack is here. Girl attack is entirely too good.
I'm just trying to think of how much experience this group's going to get off of this fight.
Have at it.
They're just surrounded. They're doing fine.
Combining their health and their defense and their attack does wonders.
Yeah, they'll heal up. Five hits. It's our haziness rune. Remember that rune that's stapled to her? That was 6.
Just gonna point out, don't talk about stuff that we haven't seen yet. That I maybe have been keeping under my hat for the entire playthrough. I had the brief thought of, what do we put in this right rune slot, though? And then, oh, right. We're going to fix that. I could go get a killer rune. This team does not need more killer rune, and also, we're fine.
You just fixed the one problem this team has. Yeah, no, she had that before. Sanai might have picked something up. No, she didn't. I think she's actually good to go. The only issue this team had was that Sharon and Sanai were, what, 8 levels behind everybody else?
Yeah.
That's fixed.
This dungeon doesn't pay out well in skill points. That's its main problem. They expect you to go in here with everybody good to go.
I also don't like that there's no way of, instead of using support characters, there's no way to, like, fiddle with your gear or anything when you're here.
I mean, you can leave.
I know, but you have to leave and walk away and all that stuff. Just at the front entrance, have somebody who can do that.
There's flames there, and yet the save point is in the room.
You can just really quickly skirt the wall.
No one was defending this one, apparently.
Oh, maybe from here on you keep going into the middle after you finish up.
And yet nobody was defending this one. Alberto. Hi, I've played zero role in this story at all.
At least on screen.
One touch that I rather enjoy of the Silverberg brothers, cousins here. And I never actually really 100% on their relation. But
family.
They have the same eyes. They have the same like weird indented eyes in the portraits.
A few other people have that too.
But like specifically.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. They're supposed to be Matthew's kids. Okay, so brothers. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Think how many people he's killed to get that position that he's going for. Albert is a massive douchebag. Nope.
Boss fight against Target Lady.
Yeah, we got the hair flip, guys. Come on.
The emulator's having a time with the effect down there.
Yep. I have a feeling his original role in the story was changed once the director left, and they just kind of came up with, and he's leaving now because reasons.
They could not figure out a purpose for Silverberg on the other side for once, because the other side doesn't really have an army.
They had one, but the majority of the Harmonians have either been killed or defected with, what's his face? True Earth Rune guy.
Sasarai.
That guy.
You got a goodie.
Well, looks like Sasarai succeeded.
Make your new party. Counterpoint. My party's fine. Excuse me. Weird, it's perfect. So I will point out, yeah, this is one of the few times that, obviously, let's just, food bar, we're gonna put it back in. It's one of the few times that you have Chris and Godot in your party. You can have the other, the three of those true runes, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, there he is. This is the only time that you can put Sasarai with the true Earth rune in your party.
Sasarai is very, very scary.
Yep.
There's just one problem with that, and we'll get to it as soon as we get a little bit further in the fight.
I mean, yes. Though,
this team's fine.
This team's fine, and I'm going to use this team. But I did briefly flirt the thought of the 4 true rune users, and then Thomas and Cecile.
Ooh, wow.
Right? It's also powerful. Also has 0 healing.
No, you got Chris for healing.
Yep. But anyway,
she's got it. She'll be fine.
It's weird. This is our team.
That's a look.
And you two stay here. You stay. I go. Iron Dave.
And save. There's supposed to be a scene in there with Thomas and Cecile and Sasarai. I guess that maybe that'll be shown nowish?
That happened last stream?
Well, it showed that they were there, but there was supposed to be another stream or scene after that, I thought. Oh well.
They got this. See, damn.
6, 7, 8. What? What the hell?
Yeah, it seems alright. I mean, yes, there's people in the team that have open rune slots. It is a pain in the ass to go get runes at this point. We have to walk out of the dungeon. It's fine. This seems fine.
Yeah, you made a save state, you're good to go.
Yeah. I have a save state before that cutscene as well. If this team actually can't do it and we need a more thought out team. Nobody got hit. Right.
That's because Emily punched until things exploded. I'm a little worried about this team, but I think you'll be okay.
It'll be fine. It'll be more interesting this way. Okay.
Counterattack.
Can get that counterattack. Damn.
So close.
Alright. System. Save state. Right there.
So, I do need to bring this up. If you had gone all the way back to Labuk, you could have gotten the double beat room.
You hate to see it. You hate for tedium, for cool shit.
That's actually one of my bigger complaints with this game is tedium to go get things.
Many small children.
Do not call Joe a child.
Oh, no, not Joe. It's the rest of this party.
The rest of this crew.
You don't know how old
5
Fubar
foot
is.
nothings.
Fubar's probably like 4.
Fubar is actually fairly young.
I do believe there is extra dialogue if you bring every one of the main characters here.
Probably.
But this is more entertaining.
Yeah, the double strike rune. Times 2 inflicted physical damage, times 2 received physical damage. Yowza.
And is this an actual flashback?
Yes.
Oh,
Sepia tone.
It's not, though. It's grayscale. Yeah.
Ah. Boy, I really hope this team works. Otherwise, you got a lot of dialogue to punch through to get back to the final boss.
Oh, we have state removal. Frame limiter. There we go. Got there. Orb.
It only took until the end game, but we finally found the orbs.
13 orbs. 20 orbs.
What the hell?
Is that really necessary?
You just gained like 400 skill points, too.
As if he needs it. Now, can I get that for Thomas and Cecile?
I'm curious if the other two would come along with you on this adventure if they were here.
Maybe. So, Big Dave here is going to end this whole sequence at level, like, 70.
Probably.
No spells. Well, nah, that was some slingshot ass experience the
Yeah,
first
that was
time.
the slingshot stuff, getting them all the way up there.
Hey,
Shut up, Hugo.
this is actually really off-putting. So, congratulations, good job, creators of this game.
The dead silence is very nice. I appreciate this.
My final message.
They're good people, Kal-El. They just need someone to show them the way.
Hey, to be fair, Luke does not show up in the Pachinko game. So yeah, the big summary here is Luke's whole arc in this game is I think I went over this last time, but he hates the will of the runes and wants mankind to free itself from the runes. The only way he can see fit to do this is to destroy them, for as good or bad as that will cause.
He's
This
taking a swing at God.
Yeah, and Green Tea Ghost. This probably looks sharper because let me just show. There's a magic button right here that actually does a bit of upscaling on the game, smooths out a lot of the rough edges. So emulators can do that. Smoothing works better on 3D models than it does for sprites. To the end, still calls them Ironheads. They're my allies, but I still call them a derogatory term. Yeah, baby steps.
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
I think the game actually forgot
Fight it out.
Game. The Saphir clan was just completely forgotten. Goodbye.
Yes, yes, please.
Why?
Or at least make a save state here.
Yeah. This is the final save state. No. Nice of them to give you that after the big cutscene.
That's good game design.
3 is actually a pretty well built game. I think we have come to realize.
It isn't perfect, but I appreciate a lot of the stuff they've tried over the course of the whole game.
None of the games are... none of the Suikodens are perfect.
Yeah.
Is it... Am I seriously dropping frames?
Oh, come on.
Oh my lord, I am 100% dropping frames.
15 minutes. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
All right.
We are not dealing with this bullshit.
Not tonight. Actually, when I stop side...
Seems fine now.
Yeah. Hold up. Try the side stream one more time. I doubt it, but, you know. Yeah, start with the side stream.
I'm in.
Seems to have been only a brief hiccup. Nope. Nope, there they go.
Okay, yeah, I can watch the normal stream. It's fine.
I do want to try just one last thing. Please view the side stream.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm going to try one last thing. If this doesn't work, then yeah. Mainstream only. Yeah, that is... Seems to be stable.
Let's see how we go.
Yeah, hold up. Just going to make a note down of where my current frames are dropped at. That way if I see that number change. Alright. I lowered the side stream quality a bit. Here we go. Ah, there we go. As soon as a movement happens. So, yeah. Gonna cancel that side stream.
It's fine.
Mainstream also seems to be stuttering now again. And there we go. Is it stable? Drop in a little bit. Frustrating nature of everything. Chat can tell, yeah, chat can tell me how bad.
It's stuttering a bit as I'm watching.
Okay. It's really frustrating.
Of course it is. I think you might just want to wait till... Give it 10 minutes.
Yep.
Stretch break, everybody.
Well, various things consistently happen. It's so frustrating too because it was fine last night.
I don't know what's causing the issue, and it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah. You get to listen to the sounds of Suikoden magic. Did just realize that I never recorded the incident from Sunday. So I'm gonna do that real quick. While we sit here, anybody in chat can think of a good conversation topic, because whenever this happens, I kind of lose my cool, and my brain goes out the window.
I was about to say the stream seemed fine, and then it hiccuped for half a second.
When was Sunday? Sunday was the 21st.
So we can at least talk about Suikoden 3 in general while we're sitting here, because we are at the end game, and your thoughts and such on how it's worked up to here.
Yeah. There we go. We got something to talk about. Honestly, it's an interesting situation because 9 times out of 10 with these, I went back to a game that I really enjoyed or played a long time ago just to see how it holds up. It always turns out, well, it was all right, but not as good as I remembered it. Whereas this one is like completely the other way around of it's like better than I remember. I remember really not enjoying this game at all. And this time it's just like, no, actually I kind of super enjoyed this game the whole way through.
I think it has a very nice mix of crunch in terms of skills and stuff that you can assign to your party members, but at the same time, characters that are just good to go right off the bat that you don't need to worry about messing with, so that even a new player would not have an issue getting through it, and veteran players can have a fun time tinkering with stuff in order to make their super optimal, amazing teams.
Yeah, now I will say one thing that we didn't see, and probably which will still rank a little bit lower than, say, 2, and it's kind of, I think, would be tied for 1 to an extent. Is the how long everything takes. Battles are actually quite snappy, but there are some enemies that just take entirely too long for their animations. But also, running around places is really bad.
Yes. They wanted to make towns feel big, and they succeeded, but it takes too long moving around.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of the army fights in this game. I think it's very neat, the idea that they put together for it. The problem is the majority of the army fights in this game are either automatic or incredibly fake. So you only get like 2 or maybe 3 army fights that you can really take some time to tinker with your units and put together in a way to make your teams in order to fight against the enemy and really show off what you can do.
Yeah. Which is kind of Suikoden.txt. Of the army fights are kind of whatever, or they're either real or they're completely nonsense for most of the game. One, it was like the weird opposite way of 2 and 3, where in 1, the first couple were real, but also 1 had the most whatever army fights in the rock, paper, scissors aspect. And then once you got later in the game, you had so many ways to do things in those fights that they were very not real on a whole.
You had 3 ninjas that could, so the first 3 moves the enemies did, you would know exactly what it is and be able to counter it.
Exactly. Whereas in 2, it was almost every one of the army fights was like some weird plot.
Yeah, they're all fake. They're all fake.
In this one, more of the army fights were real in the sense of like getting the major victory. And there was actual strategy put into them. Obviously, we saw the real reward of that in the final 2 army fights, where I had gone through the effort to make sure all my characters were kind of equally built. That ended up in the army fights, and as such, those army fights are actually way easy for me. I'm not gonna say way easy. The final one was still kind of rough, but the second to last one was cake.
Even the last army fight in this one was entertaining because it's like, is Vicky good? And then Vicky immediately shows, yeah, she's good. She knows what she's doing.
Storyline wise, I kind of like the multiple perspective things. It works to an extent, but the major thing is just how the story kind of fell apart near the end. Again, I like Luke as a villain and his ambitions in this game. I think it's good and does address something about the true runes as existed for the whole series and never really gets addressed. But on a whole, part of the various plot beats goof up pretty hard near the end.
It didn't quite stick the landing. And again, I don't know exactly when the director left in terms of the cycle of all this. They'd left midway into the project. And I don't know if they had like the end built together or the beginning built or what have you. But you can definitely tell some cohesiveness started to break away towards the end of the game. Which is disappointing because I really think Godot's chapters in particular are excellent. And like you said, the individual parts coming together really start to make this really interesting story, and it just doesn't go anywhere. It's just, I mean, shoot, Luke came up and walked up to you in the front of Brass Castle and just did an info dump for, 10 minutes explaining exactly what he was going to do. Mm-hmm. When that whole time before then he said nothing about what his plans were.
Just, well, no, I guess since I did the thing, I don't need to be careful anymore, and then just stands there with an archer on your side.
Nobody shoots him. I did like his fight with Godot and Lebuc. I think that whole sequence is actually very good.
Yes, Lebuc's part of Chapter 5 was solid.
And then right afterwards, just what happened?
Yeah. And then everything else kind of falls apart. And for those just tuning in, if you can't tell, obviously, by the stuttering, I am getting hit by my internet problem. It should be gone, hopefully, be gone in about
3 minutes.
In 3 minutes-ish. And once that happens, then we will be wrapping up this game. I will say, hey, there might be something after the credits.
What?
Who could say?
I thought you were going to jump into the next game you were going to play.
Yeah. Maybe.
Breath of Fire 1.
Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter.
Actually, not a terrible idea.
Yep.
That is a game, more than just about any other game in that series, that is way ahead of its time, and at the same time also gets a bad rap.
No,
Is it a great game? No, it's just a good game.
I'm not actually playing Dragon Quarter for chat because I'm seeing some responses in chat. No, I'm not actually playing Dragon Quarter. It is not my kind of game. I do look at it and go, "Hey, I had some ideas. It's neat, but it is not for me."
Any game that I'm suggesting at this point, folks, is not a game that's actually on the docket. That's why I said Breath of Fire 1. Final Fantasy 13.
Final Fantasy 13 versus. Well, we might have actually hit the recovery here. Let's try again with the side stream. Looks good. All right.
Showtime. I hope everyone took their stretch break, because I did.
All right. Fingers crossed for the rest of this. I'm going to just note down a number on the side for me.
It's what, 745 to 801?
That's not the number. The number of dropped frames currently.
Gross.
And let's go.
Oh, no.
That's right, bad end. It's been a bit since we've gotten a CG cutscene.
Oh, boy. Burb. Whoa. Game, don't do that.
All right. The Wind Rune Incarnate. Lightning Crystal, Fire Crystal, Water Crystal, Earth Crystal.
I think you have to kill like the lightning crystal in order to get to the crystal behind it, and the fire crystal gets the crystal behind it.
That's right. We go actually.
Lightning first. You got to kill that lightning.
It's either lightning first or well, we can't let people drop that wolf.
Just go for the punching. Oh god, look at it! Look at those punches!
What if it was just dead?
Is it dead?
Stay safe, Jen.
Ooh, wow. We're gonna have to do some quick healing after this. Did you heal, or did you drop an attack spell on them?
I dropped an attack spell. You hate to see it.
Is Joe dead?
Joe might be dead.
Holy crap, what is this?
Alright, that's defense up.
Joe's up. He's up. He might have to drop a double heal after this if everyone's still alive.
Yep. And we're nice.
Oh! Go, Joe.
Emily,
Yeah.
or Shannon, why are you defending?
He's got kindness rain. I think that hits everybody no matter what.
No. Look on the right side there.
Oh, okay. Well, if he puts it on himself, or... Yeah, there we go. Jesus Christ, girl. There we go. Damn.
It's fine. She had health to spare. She did step forward. I don't know. Okay, we're good. We're good.
This is overkill for healing, but it was worth it.
Lightning Rune being dead is big. Oh, there goes Shannon. God damn it, Shannon. Did Hugo dodge that? No.
Is it reviving?
Yes. It can't come back at full HP, right?
No way.
I wonder what the color the bird is indicating.
I mean, we'll find out. Another heal, maybe? I don't know.
I'm gonna do Battle Oath with her again. Because
we have Joe heal.
Yeah, mainly because Battle Oath is the status effect. So Joe's healing got rid of it. Oh my god. How much health did you come back at?
The good news is everyone else got out of the way, so it's only Fubar and Hugo that took the hit. Wow, everyone got the Berserk. Unfortunately, you're going to get rid of it with another heal, aren't you?
Why did... Oh, she's faster. Or maybe it wore off. There's no way this heals Berserk, right?
We'll find out real soon.
No, okay, it just wore off.
Maybe there's an enemy that has a dispelling effect. I think she just killed it.
Uh-oh. It's fine.
She did.
Is that good?
I thought it was an interesting time. I'm assuming this is final boss?
This is the final boss. Oh!
Okay. Oh, it just revived the lightning crystal again. 1400 health.
Huh, so,
We're gonna go take a walk.
how bad could it be?
It's pretty bad. Holy crap. I thought for a second you just killed it. You just dealt like 5,000 damage in one round.
Yeah.
Just hit it. Maybe you win.
What if we just win?
Just do it. Come on. Come on.
What if we just win?
Yeah!
Big
No.
falls through.
No, it's doing the biggie. Or something?
That would have been amazing. You're still up. Come on. Come on. I want to believe. Jesus, how much health do you have?
What if we just win?
I think you just won.
Oh my god.
Big Dave! Big Dave! Big Dave!
Oh, we lost. Nope, never mind. Bam, 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 bam.
Big Dave.
So stupid.
Alright, this boss sucks!
Remember that magic defense skill that you didn't need for the entire game? Guess what you need for this fight?
That boss is awful!
Yes, it is.
Holy shit!
What if you're fighting 5 Sarahs?
Like, I don't want to knock it down, like, because the game was so good throughout the whole thing, but god, that boss sucked. Like, luckily I didn't bring Twike into this being like, what if we use the tank? Because that would have been completely useless. Yeah, hope you had magic resistance on literally your whole team, or else you're fucked. We had 2 healers, and fat lot of good that did us.
The game put out, except to Hugo and Fubar because they were adjoined units so their defenses were higher, something like 400 damage to your entire squad in a round. You can't deal with that. Like, let's be honest, Newbie got incredibly lucky there with a string of amazing crits.
Oh yeah, I was fucked.
On the plus side, it sure was cinematic.
It was great. Couldn't have asked for it to have gone down any better. You didn't run into it because you had full physical team, but if you use attacking magic when the Earth Rune does shield spell, True Earth does a counterattack. The shield lasts for several turns. Dope. So just don't use magic either. Wow.
Remember all these true runes you've got that you wanted to bring along to these fights? Ah, too bad, don't use them.
What a bad fucking boss. Holy shit. Though, that is one thing. If we had brought any of the other true runes, because, hey, let me open up something real quick here. Since we will never see it. True Earth Rune, right here. Final spell is Land of Eternity. Deals, well, actually, this would have been useless. Deals 1,400 damage to all land-based foes.
Yeah, I guess what you're fighting.
Yep, everything's flying. So actually, that's a worthless spell.
Although I don't know if the 2 runes at the bottom count as flying or not.
Yeah, who knows. Godot would have done a bunch of work there.
Absolutely. If he had had all his rune slots full and stuff, he could have been like chain casting Thunderstorm. Not a fan of the water rune being able to revive other runes.
I mean, they did that in 2 as well, but you could focus down that body part first.
Exactly. If you can hit the body part that is the reviver first, or at least easily, fine. But if it keeps reviving the thing that's blocking you to getting to it, that is a problem.
It sucks because bosses were actually pretty fun throughout this whole game.
Yeah.
Which I guess does show like a flat, like, yeah, this might have been where some of the direction was lost. Also, yeah, Double Strike Rune is perfect for the final boss as it deals no physical damage.
Imagine having that and a killer rune on Emily. You two are adorable. Hey, remember these two?
Rico, no. We don't have a model for it, so just trust that this twinkling is the badge. This scene seems wildly out of place.
Yes, it does. I am extremely agreeing with people in the chat saying this feels a lot like FF6 right now.
Dios, just not actually a bad guy, just wildly loyal.
He's a Harmonian soldier doing Harmonian stuff.
Just wildly loyal. Not to Harmonia, to Sasarai. Oh shit. Hey Ty. In the ending sequence of Suikoden, y'all just missed a wild fucking final boss. Final boss's game fucking sucks ass.
Let's make the final boss of this game use magic attacks that you haven't had to worry about for the entire game.
Also, it's 5 targets. Also, one of it can revive the other target. It's also one of them is super defensive. Man, I'm still mad about that boss. I I won on luck alone.
And I'm very pleased you're able to make it through in the first try, but I agree. That feeling of being the final boss on luck alone really sucks. Because, like, I prepared so much, but I won just by luck, not by skill.
Also,
Damn it.
Dios, I'm older than you. Oh, right. True Rune. Right. You're ageless.
I would have really liked to have seen a lot more of these two in the game.
Yeah, they feel like a fun dynamic that it's only literally in there in the final hour.
Like, we could have had a chapter of those two, and I would have been thrilled.
Sasurai feels like he was supposed to be one of the perspective.
Yes. Like, we really should have had a Harmonian perspective at some point. You are all being very casual about leaving this place.
Sasurai gets more screen time in the manga. Yeah, there you go. Like, it really feels like he should have. I mean, Godot wasn't really a Harmonian perspective. He was kind of like a weird third party in it all.
I put him as more of an outside perspective than anything else, because he could see all the different facets of the groups.
Exactly.
He could see the Harmonian side, he could see the Grassland side, he could see the Zexan side. He went everywhere.
I will emphasize again, though, for everybody that just got hosted over who might not be familiar with this game, we are not technically fully done. There is something after the credits. We will be going for maybe a bit more. Also, like, I don't know, they're not coming back. Sir, I have seen this happen twice before. They'll be here. Every time they go in, a true rune presents itself incarnate, and then everything starts collapsing, and in the last second, they come out. And then we try to make them a leader, and then they just fuck off.
In the last fight, if Vicky or Futch are with you, they actually say something to Luke at the end.
That makes sense.
Oh, here we go.
I just love the three girls just in the background because they're not in this scene. Extremely I'm here too energy from Sane. Just do shiny win. Hugo, just use the rune.
We have 3 enemy models we can use for this scene, so we're going to use them.
Ultimate rune of the elemental fire on his right hand. Knife.
You saw that final fight. What fire rune? He's got a dagger and he's got his griffin. That's all he needs.
True. Very accurate. Meanwhile, everyone's fine.
Wow, this ending feels weird.
And then they all got out.
Beecham, another one of those. We could have used this guy, but we already had our established teams at this point.
There were certain characters that I definitely wanted to give some screen time in the end because they were pretty solid the whole game through. And Well,
Is it just me, or does it look like Chris doesn't have arms here?
yes, you are correct. Isla, they did not fucking ditch me.
Again.
Flame Champion Big Dave.
I can't believe you named your log Big Dave and it came back to this.
I can't believe Hugo had an extremely Big Dave moment in the end.
Everybody else is dead except Big Dave and his bird.
Lasts another 3 turns all on his own and deals a billion damage to the boss and
Let me go look
solos
up how
it.
much HP it has. I think it has like 15,000 health, but I need to double check.
That seems about right for a Suikoden final boss. I think the Beast Rune has like 10k. Numbers are bigger in this game.
11,000. 11,000.
Yeah, alright, yeah, that feels about right for what Hugo did.
The boss looked cool, but the same. Oh, by the way, it's worth 50,000 potch. Like you're gonna use that.
Nice. I mean, we got experience from it too.
Are we gonna go do something post game? What's going on here?
So I guess the number of levels that Fubar gained just goes to show, like, I guess they just expected me to be a higher level too.
Where would you grind?
I guess the final dungeon.
But you were running up against the, like, cap there at the end.
I don't know. I just don't know. Like, that boss was so weirdly overtuned and badly designed.
I'm looking up to see how much health the other forms had.
This is how we say goodbye. Don't worry. We'll see each other again. We live forever. We're bound by fate.
As I'm looking through stuff for this, it's just a lot of people saying this boss is easy, this boss is a joke, and I'm like, shut up.
You just gotta be level 70 and bring a team full of like magic users with AoE and like 2 flowing rune users that can actually do it competently. And
Oh, here it is. You're supposed to have a bunch of sacrificial Chizos. You know, those revive things you haven't had to worry about before.
Or ever in the entire series. I have never used Jesus. The look on Chris's face is just complete confusion.
Alright, this I like.
Kenji with the Jongler rune, though. Actually, Jongler rune probably worked well for that if you were running a physical team. I kind of went all in on shield to have the, you know, the option select of a healer.
I think the shield saved your bacon there at the end with the Berserk on both Hugo and Fubar.
Yep. In the long run.
Being able to land a 3600 crit is kind of ridiculous.
Yep, True Lightning Rune. Like we said, True Lightning Rune would have helped a lot. We could have just nuked down the water rune at that point. Or prayed that, you know, the true earth didn't do damage magic reflection. Because you could just say, just use magic, it's really effective, but they have anti-magic.
If the rest of the game had been at the same difficulty as the final boss, or like scaling up to that, I'd be more okay with it, but it's just such a disparity between the last boss fights and that one that I'm not okay with it.
Like, the Godot squad boss fight was a joke, and Chris's barely also pulled through, but that's mainly because I made the choice of, what, is this the fight for Silent Ocean? And then it was not the fight for Silent Ocean. It is never the fight for Silent Ocean.
I remember reading through 3 different guides that suggested that. He was divorced?
Joe was divorced. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. This song is way loud.
We need to have a backstory on Joe more than anybody else.
And this is my favorite part of every Suikoden.
Oh, apparently the lizards go back to fighting Zexen. Okay.
In sports. Because they do stuff with Zexen still.
Football.
The rude and crude clientele.
Fun fact, she can drink anybody under the table. That's one of the things you can see in one of the broadsheets, I think.
I see. Time to get that legendary cookbook. The fact that there is no chef minigame in this game is actually a crime.
What?
Sam is trying to quit and then gets sent back after Marlowe turns down his resignation.
I would like to resign. No.
Also, the legendary cookbook's gone. Hayo, this canonically tears it up. And I will mention one last time that there is something post-credits, so don't bounce out just yet if you've been here for the whole series.
Oh, there's Zexen Tinto border clashes. Okay, cool.
That makes sense. The Grasslands was never on good terms with the Alliance.
Yeah. Mike, what the hell?
Mike is the shadiest motherfucker. Palace of Torin. Yeah, this makes sense. Nice.
Oh, hey, that's a good idea. He came down to get a doctor, and he got a doctor.
Jimba is fucking dead.
Still dead.
Yoon is fucking dead.
Oh, but no, she lives on. It's okay.
I do like how they are sorting these, by the way. They are by region. Given up on vegetarianism. What a life! That's the Joker for you. Alright. Isla joining Godot's squad as the 6th member is very good.
Hey, remember those 2 ninjas?
Remember the ninjas?
Remember those ninjas you never used? And I don't blame you for it. Alright, we're done. Everybody go home.
There's gotta be another one. Why would it just stop at 100?
Is a liar of the 9th degree. Of course she's gonna say she's gonna do that. God damn it!
Labuk actually still under Harmonian rule. They
What?
never took it back.
No, come on! The whole idea is no, we don't need to be with Harmonia anymore.
Unfortunately, if Harmonia thinks that you belong to them, it's kind of hard to break that without a full-ass war. And, oh, weird, Harmonia did support the Flame Champion near the... Oh, piss. You know? Ah, we were being tricked the whole time, says Harmonia. Master Emily.
Yep.
Mudo, please. Everybody's
That's the
doing
silent reading
fine.
society.
Everybody's doing fine.
You know what? Everything's forgiven about the end of the game. We're great.
Hold up. Just gonna get a screenshot of that one. I'm gonna keep that one, link that, apropos of nothing in the chat later. Juan Fu, what the fuck is your backstory?
Loses to his dad in a bath match. Alright, cool, sure.
Oh, word number. Don't worry, you should stick around. Just gonna put that one out there. Wants to be like Melville's father. His own father is opposed to this. I wonder why.
Was that everybody?
No, I think there's
don't think so.
miscellaneous.
Yeah, because we didn't see Emily yet. What? Albert, why are you here?
Maybe a thing that I didn't look at the tablet to show that we had everybody. Weird. Weird that. Weird that. Very weird.
I never realized Belle had little bells on her outfit.
Huh. Sharon gets Gold Dragon.
Ooh. Hold on, can you please take a picture of Sasterize 1? That's amazing.
By the way, this is why I never looked at the tablet.
Yeah. So the last 4 spots that we never showed were the 4 people we've been fighting the whole time.
They are just the stars that drive destiny. Nothing says that they have to be on the same side. And of course, the ending screen here is different, and the ending sequence that we saw is different, depending on who is the Flame Champion.
Liking that bird.
And I don't know when it pops up. I think it's immediately.
Yeah, it should lead right into it.
Because we never actually saw what the 108 thing was. The sixth story.
Oh, it's you.
So, you only unlock the sixth story, if you get all 108. And by all 108, I mean oh, fuck.
You did it.
I did it, and I did it. I did it. Don't worry. I know. I gotta remember how to do this. Fake memory cards. I think I just I just eject that memory card. Yeah, okay. Alright, making a save state here, because I don't know why it is giving me a save prompt. I think it just gives you save prompts all throughout this story. Dope. Well, what if I just leave? I save stated. Okay, we're good. Yeah, if you don't get all 108, you don't get this last story at the end. Which does reveal a whole lot of what they were doing behind the scenes. And I wonder... Yeah, I don't know if they're actually ever going to bring it up, so it is about time that we brought up the thing about Luke and Sakurai and Harmonia on a whole. So the whole thing with True Runes is each person...
Actually,
pardon?
you might want to hold off on that, because I think we'll probably see something between Luke and Sakurai. They're like the continuation of their confrontation.
Ah, okay. Yes, then I will wait.
Because it did cut away when those two were chatting at the end of chapter 4, somewhere around there.
Yep. Can we get screwed out of this by doing it wrong? Do you mean their storyline? I mean, they did ask me to do saves.
Is this the Suicide Squad?
Maybe.
Because Albert is definitely the Clock King.
Oh. I don't know the reference.
This is DC Comics stuff.
No, I'm unfamiliar. Can you be unable to recruit 108 members? Apparently they can die in the final fight, and there are some decisions that you can make at points in the game that lock you out of characters, such as, hey, spoilers, if you choose not to defend the Labuk army / people during the cave thing with Godot, they all die. So...
Yep.
And then also, Duke doesn't join you because of that. There's one or two, like, you can miss these people by choosing wrong options.
What's his name? Cortez? The scroll merchant. Hernando? Whatever. If you give him the wrong directions at one point, he either starts over or he just disappears, so that might be another one. He starts over. Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't think any of the optional recruits are missable. So anyway.
Hello.
First things first. Alright, Luke has Pale Gate. You know Pale Gate. True Wind. The Shredding on 1.
Uh-huh.
Funeral Wind. Shining Wind. Eternal Wind.
Shining Wind is actually very good.
Yes, this is actually really solid. Here's Uber. He has the Thunder Rune and the 8 Devil or 8 Fold Rune. Once per battle, 2 times damage to a foe.
And he's pretty good with the Thunder Rune.
And then Flowing Enrage. Which feels wrong because she had a Pale Gate. Or no, she had Flowing Enrage actually. Yeah, actually.
Yep.
So he's good.
He has a wind hat on to push him up to S rank wind magic. And a dream robe. And a wind magic ring. Good lord.
Heavy damage, swing accuracy, lightning magic. Pale Gate precision.
Uber is the S rank accuracy person, by the way.
Dope. Saw that. And hey, do you need to level up your magics? Well,
Were any of them, they do have skill points. Might as well work on it.
why do you
He
have
doesn't
water
need wind magic. In case you want to switch over, I guess. Whatever. You can work on his lightning magic. This is so dumb.
This is weird. This feels weird.
Sure. Cap them both. She can never use the Pale Gate rune. Because I think that flowing rune is permanently attached to her head.
Pretty good, pretty good. It would be a waste. Oh, and he gets the generic lines.
Whatever, she's fine.
Anyway. How's the JRPG, my dude? So you actually hosted me over during the credits, but Suikoden 3 does a neat thing where if you get all the characters in this one, you get to see stuff from the villain's perspective after the credits. So we are doing the 6th bonus story, which is a little shorter, but it's nice because Suikoden 3's whole deal is telling the same story from multiple perspectives. So getting the villain perspective at the end is neat. So yeah, here we learned that, okay, they did the deception magic, and Uber was the one that went off and assassinated the leader. Well, they can be in separate things, whatever. They'll be fine. Oh, we gotta go out the exit. Because we gotta do the Chris illusion fight.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an interesting thing about how much fighting we're gonna do. I'm not 100% sure how this plays out, so I do want to see. there goes Albert.
Oh boy.
Let me just,
Yep. Blazing wall? Yeah.
They will not survive this.
We need witnesses. Instant death spell.
Just give them a billion skill points like they need it. You know? Just fuck it. Let's wait for the commander. The commander? Do they have a commander?
Basba.
Oh,
wait,
Amigo.
Shiba.
Amigo, that's what we did in our thing. We found out the correct way that Vicky is completely broken in more fights. Yes, and this was their perspective of what Chris is here.
Did you win this fight?
I did not. I got close, but air quotes, Chris healed. Just gonna... hello.
Any fight that you lost as the player earlier in the game, you will fight these two again. Or you'll fight as these guys against the players again. We haven't seen what happens if you win, though. Oh my.
Why is it always dragons?
Is it the same dragon model, just green as opposed to red?
Yeah. I think we actually saw this. Didn't he use this on Godot's group?
He might have.
Good fight. This is not a hard storyline. This is mainly just for flavor. What do you mean it's time? Nah, you'll know. Give it like 5 minutes. I do like this cuts of what people are seeing to what is actually happening though. So now we know, timeline-wise, this was the first thing that happened. That's the other thing, is it does actually give us a narrative timeline for everything that happened. And then the second thing was at the Burning Village. Hey, I wonder why there were all those dead bodies in the village.
Yep. Uber.
Shredding. By the way, your spell used to get refreshed, so there's literally no reason to just fucking eternal wind every goddamn fight. But hold that thought. I do just want to show off 8 Devil. So yeah, we saw this as well. This was the move when, I forget, it was Jacques. This is when he just completely just annihilated Jacques.
Yeah, Jacques just died.
Which I think the symbol he makes there is the eightfold rune. Zap. That's how Uber does. Just, yeah. He's alright, I guess.
Luke, you lazy bastard. What are you gonna do with all this money?
What am I gonna do with all this chainmail?
I really want to know where these guys picked up this magic to teleport.
Well, Uber could always teleport.
But how can Sarah do it?
They did establish that she was, like, weirdly attuned to magic.
Yeah, I think it's an actual magic rather than a rune power.
Yeah. That's
because
why
she is a sorceress.
That's why Sarah's weird. Also, yeah, Luke had teleportation magic in the first game.
Oh yeah, he did.
I think there is specifically this guy you can find in the village beforehand, and they talk about how he's no good in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Choices.
This is overkill.
Ouch. Hey, we're back.
So the Burning Village is the first time all the major players are in one spot.
Yep. Also, they set the village on fire before the attack at the truce. By the way, this is Albert's role in it. You only find out in the final story. He was the one that was manipulating the war. Actually, he was giving them directions of what to do to cause the war to break out.
Well, you're all about to die. That's right, her instant cast ocean spell. Her ice spell. Yeah, for all the people who are curious why she was able to get off so fast, nobody's better with ice than Sarah. Good fight.
I have to emphasize how fake these fights are.
If Sarah had the true ice rune, or excuse me, the true water rune attached to her, this entire war would have been over.
Luke's side would have won easily. That's why they were going after it so hard first.
I'm surprised it didn't attach to her, actually. It usually attaches to someone of power, and she's got more power than 6 or 8 or even 10 of your people combined.
We beat them to it?
Yeah, but then you took it away from her. They took it away from Chris, so why wouldn't it go to somebody else?
Also, there's your explanation for why Chris murdered a kid. Force field of anger.
Chris murdered a kid out of instinct. That wasn't her being rage. He attacked her, and she just counterattacked and took him out.
She was currently feeling rage because she found her father's armor in this village.
Yeah, I agree with that,
yeah,
but it's more that it was reflex for her.
It was reflex, but she wasn't thinking straight.
That's fair. If she had been thinking straight and been paying attention to her surroundings, she probably would have seen Lulu coming.
Also, your explanation for why Boris went off the deep end. Boris does hate the grassland, but he's not a bad person. He hates the grassland because they constantly were attacking Zexan towns. Going into the rage cage made that hatred actually bubble up and him act on it.
He's a slightly fucked up guy in a fucked up world.
Yep.
I mean, that's really what it boils down to, and his emotions were influenced. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's the thing to note. Boris legitimately does a war crime, but he does it because he's under the influence of magic. The seal that they're talking about is probably the one in the
Almakarai. Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Kanan? Almakanan.
Almakanan. There we go. Yeah.
I did like at the beginning of this chapter when his mentor tried to stop him, and he said, "Yeah, you've only got half a rune. You can't stop me." Mm-hmm. She has the front gate or the back gate?
I think she has front.
What happens to the other one after the end of the first game?
It's literally unknown.
Cool.
The body is never found.
Is the king's body found?
Sorry, I just noticed in the background.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's great. It's hard to miss Lily.
Yeah, I don't think either of the bodies are ever found. It is assumed that the king survived, and they both survived and ran off. Or something. Like, that's a fan theory. Because,
I mean, there are a lot of fan theories out there.
Mainly because if they died, the runes would have been released into the wild again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I told you about the fan theory for who Queen was.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a fan theory that Godot is Hugo's dad.
Wait, actually, who's Queen?
Queen is Joey's wife.
Oh, right.
What's her name? Something Blight.
Julia.
Julia. Which, it doesn't quite work, but it's one of those like, oh, that's a neat idea. Also, no, Godot is not the dad of Hugo.
No, that would make no sense at all.
He would have been immediately recognized.
Yeah, also Lucia would have known who Godot was.
If they had had any communication at all, where it was like ambiguous, you can make a bigger like reasoning for that. But no, they didn't.
Also, because I was a dumbass and jumped forward here.
It is possible to win this fight. All the fights that you see between this group and your group, you can win every single one of them. It's just varying degrees of difficulty.
Duel versus Uber, that one's impossible.
Yes, the duel you can't win, but like the actual battle fights, you can win all of those. Also, it's really nice to see these scenes and not have to be playing around that we know the names of all the characters involved.
Oh my god, yes. God, that went on for
It's the man in black.
Long.
Oh, it's the man in black.
Because they distinctly make Uber look so different. Luke, you can kind of, like, if you put two and two together, you're like, that guy looks really familiar, and I can't really put my finger on it, and you'd be like, that might be Luke. Uber looks completely fucking different, though. Anyway. Oh no.
You have a Thunder Rune.
I have a Thunder Rune.
It takes 2 turns.
Fight me.
Wow. Hugo actually hurts. Nobody else does.
Damn. You hate to see it.
Alright,
well,
Joe.
We've identified the threat here. Magic was never my forte. Uber, fucking counterattack. I know you can.
Whatever. It's over. Uh-oh.
The all-powerful Shining Wing. You can't lose this fight. If you really tried, you could lose this fight. You can't lose this fight.
Oh, they went berserk.
There we go.
There you go. And that was the second fight you lost. I think the last one, actually.
Yeah, I think I got good after this point. I think I finally, like, learned the battle system.
This fight is bullshit. We talked about it because you never had a chance to go to a Baijutsu teacher between the beginning of Hugo's chapter and this point.
From, like, halfway through chapter 1 in this point.
Yeah. Yeah, the last one you can go to is in Brass Castle.
You lose the fights that you won as the players, yes. I think they just play the cutscenes as they were. Imagine how much effort they would have saved if they just let Uber kill Hugo right here.
If you win this fight against Uber, he gets ticked off and says you're cheaters, like he usually does. But when Sarah comes back, she says, "Come on, Uber," and reveals who he is earlier than the game intentionally does, or usually does.
And I do like that these scenes immediately cut out as soon as all the players of Bad Squad are gone. Ah! Crystal Palace. Some Harmonia stuff. So, like, some actual original cutscenes here.
Have we heard this music before?
I think it might have played during the Sasarai scene.
Right.
By the way, the other bishops here looking much more like two Sasarai.
He lost his hat. It's a damn shame.
So you think Father is like a title, or... We'll get into it.
Yeah. Father Bishop, whatever his name is. Is that the circle rune up there?
That is theorized what the circle rune looks like. Why did you give him the sign of the cross?
Just the immediate end there of what? Why would you give the cross? What are you doing? Stop it.
So yes, the weird sort of like almost looks like a sun, but has all the things. I'm actually gonna look up what the circle rune looks like and link it in chat.
It looked like a waxing or waning moon.
Suikoden. No, that is not the circle rune at all.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Copy image address. Let me just make sure this copies correctly. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, so this is what that looks like.
A waxing gibbous. Thank you, Cosmic Afro.
It is like a weird sort of interlocking sort of circular thing. Yes, and then this is the scene that Godot's side saw when they ran into Luke the first time.
Mm-hmm. When you're trying to listen in on his
I
conversation.
think that was the end of chapter 3.
Yeah, it was. You get here in chapter. Yeah, because chapter 1 you're running around everywhere. Chapter 2 you go back to there. Or is it chapter 2?
This might be end of chapter 2.
Oh, you have a sacrificial Jizo. Great.
Look how low Sarah's HP is.
Level 42 spellcaster. Oh, is climbing not his thing?
Oh, yeah. Let's find out climbing is his thing, yes or no. We gotta know this. Who has time for ladders?
Alright, we're done. I'm going to bed. Oh, hey!
Sir. Can I talk
Does
to
the
the sword?
sword know him?
No.
Oh, that would have been a good call.
Alright, I need a moment. I actually need to go to the bathroom really bad.
Soon.
Soon. Be right back. Whew, okay, I'm back. I apologize about that, but I'm going to power through this to the end. That was not going to be able to wait. Okay.
Ready?
One moment. Yes. I guess we just leave.
You can go talk to Iku back there. She's sitting on the barrel. At least I think that's her.
No.
Might not be. That lady has a hat on. Never mind. What's up, peasant? Yeah, I guess you just try to leave.
As I think that's when their crew bumped into Godot's crew.
Theoretically, you could go buy things, but I don't think you need to.
I'm not gonna fight any more fights. Probably. Except for, I guess, other ones, you know? Yes, this is when they...
Right, you bumped into them after they have a spar with Franz and Ruby.
Mm-hmm. So it's interesting that for a bit of the game, like the plot from our perspective, Luke isn't actually a bishop. He gets it at some point in the chapter 2s.
He gets it right before he shows up in Caleria with that whole army, the expeditionary force. I'm sorry, that mask is still ridiculous. Every time I look at it, it gets more, like, crazy.
It's a bit much. And then they came back. Damn, I was really hoping Edge was just in the background. Now, our ladder's her strong suit. She has to get to the Mantors. Does she not think ladders are a waste of time? Why don't the humans merely teleport up to where they need to be? What is with ladders?
I love this dumb game. It's so dumb. This is fantastic. Does she have a better running animation than everyone else?
She still has that weird, like, stiffness of the arms.
Yeah, but with her whole dress and combo, it doesn't look as stiff as the other people. Or rather, the stiffness is implied because she's in heavy clothing.
Oh, I had to go talk to Franz. Whoa.
What? Is there a problem?
You see, after the first season of Prison's Break, they're already out of the prison, but when you think about it, society is kind of a prison, so the title of the series still works.
Oh.
That's one of my favorite... legitimately, that is one of my favorite fucking anime jokes. I don't even know what that episode is about. I just know that's the episode title.
So you can listen in on this conversation, but you only get like one word in four. So it's interesting to see what they were actually talking about.
Is there somewhere to watch the VODs? Yes, on my channel. I save all the VODs there. Alternatively, I have been uploading them to my YouTube channel. I am slowly moving through publishing them on the channel. But yeah, everything is either saved here or on my YouTube. That is the basic understanding, is that yes, the previous Wind Rune user saw the end of the world, vision of the future, and Luke can see that through the memories of the previous owner. Extreme death.
We hope they actually show her backstory.
I haven't save stated during this since the start. Let me just do that real quick. Meanwhile,
Oh yeah, this fight.
so this happened first in chapter 3's.
You won this fight, correct?
I am almost 100% sure, yes. I think this was the first one that we won.
Oh, hey, Nash.
Why did they make it a fire explosion? He has a lightning rune.
No, that was the devil rune.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, 8-fold rune.
8 devil.
8 devil, that's right.
This is the second fight we won, because right, we fought him on the outskirts of the village.
Exactly, and won, and then I think you won this one as well. I did not realize her hair was two-toned. Interesting.
Then we panned in front of the fan.
Whoop.
Oh yeah, it was a little too Tony. It skips over any fights that you won and plays the cutscene as if you won the fight.
Which is nice.
It keeps the canon.
That's also the case in the the first time you have Chris meet Lucia, if you duel her and win, when Hugo sees the fight, it'll show whether you dueled her or left or what have you. So it's nice that it keeps consistency throughout.
I really hope they showed the final battle and it's just Hugo running up with a knife screaming, "Knife child. Knife. Child. Knife child." Alright, so Carissa's chapter happens first and then Yudo's. Alright, but lounging Uber though. Casual Uber.
If you weren't a demon, you would be roasting right now, buddy. This is the beginning of wait, where is this then?
This is end Godot to beginning Godot 3.
Yeah, okay.
Or
I thought it was the beginning of Godot's chapter where you're in Caleria and you meet him and then you head to Labouk.
but we meet him in Labouk. So maybe you just don't see him here. Oh boy, time to go find Albert.
Oh good, one of those doorways.
I'd be fine with the chapter more if it was just a series of cutscenes. I don't need to control Luke. I beat the game.
Just try to leave, I guess? I don't know.
Sure. That's usually the answer, right?
God damn it. Alright, fine. Is he in the back of town? This is unnecessary.
What could be in the shop, though? Should we check the rare finds? They might have the silver hammer.
Go copper hammer.
Copper hammer.
Oh, hey. Wait, is what's his face? The card game player here.
Time to spend some skill points.
Can we go find Mike? Because I think he says something very interesting if you run into him.
Hold up, I'm spending skill points.
Yeah. Where the hell is Mike?
I am taking off the frame limiter and spending skill points. He's not very good at the skills.
Oh, good. A+, or rather S accuracy. He's good. He's done. You are terrible with these.
Well, we know she hits like a truck.
Alright, if you would, please go to the trade post.
Interesting.
He is a weapons smuggler.
Star of Destiny, crime lord.
Oh, that's a good idea. Was he up here talking to the information broker?
Yo, where the fuck is Alberto?
If somebody knows, just please say it. We don't care about any kind of suspense here.
Why does learning skills take so long? Because you're not supposed to do like a billion all at once. I tried to leave town. Luke just goes, no.
It might have been someone in the back there that we just didn't see because I told you to turn around and go find Mike.
I thought we started on the second floor.
We started on the inn and we went down, and you walked into the cafe region of it. I don't think you saw him there. Alright, I was really digging this chapter up until this point. I'm not a big fan of wandering around.
I doubt Albert would just be in the back room. Oh, sorry, Albert. We didn't see you come in. You know? That was the Harmonian, like, whatever.
Well, maybe you just had to leave the inn and go back. Who knows?
I swear to Christ, if that's the answer, I'm gonna be pissed.
And it was going so well.
It was smooth. We were learning a lot of plot.
Fuck.
Sure. Oh, you know who it might have been Sasarai that Godot saw here.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, let's leave. Take control away from me, please. Where? Oh, is that what this fucking mountain is called?
Oh, we're in the Flame Champion hideout, right?
Yeah, Serenia, apparently. Dungeon as Luke Squad. Dungeon as Luke Squad.
And there are random encounters.
Dungeon as Luke Squad. Open gate.
Zoom. The pan on this spell is really what makes it.
Perfect. Can we fight the treasure boss? Maybe. Do I care? No.
No. Can you just let these guys go?
No.
No, we have to Game. Stop it. Have we
Wait, is
even
that-
seen Funeral Wind in action?
One target. Okay. One touch.
A devil, go away.
So, doing some research. The music cut out for that and I was very confused. Actually, this might have been on the last session live. I can't remember at all. But I did do some research into some stuff, and did learn that like
Left, yeah.
characters have air quotes person. Oh my lord.
Yes. She has precision. She can use the fire rinse without any kind of issue.
Sure. But characters have like sort of personalities in that there are some characters that are actually coded to attack no matter what command you give. Like if a command would usually tell them to defend, they will attack.
Yeah, like Fred.
Yeah. There are other ones that are, it's mainly the mages that are hard-coded to, unless you're casting a spell, to always defend.
Makes sense.
Like Sarah right there.
Same thing with Piccolo. Because I remember in Thomas's chapter, he would always defend.
It might be surfaced to an extent. Like, I bet if you break down the titles that people get, that might be in there somewhere. Sarah, do it. I forget, did we fight them down there? I think we did right after we got the room.
Yeah, you fought the three of them and you won. You wrecked them.
Cool slide. Hey, Dave.
Sergeant Joe, pretty good backup. Chris's crew, yeah, reasonable backup. Godot's crew, yeah, now you got a problem.
Godot comes prepared. Godot is not a chuckle fuck like the other two. Well, Chris isn't either. Chris is just working undercover. If Chris wanted to, she could have the entire night squad with her.
Yeah. And this is before Sergeant Joe really became a monster.
No, he was already pretty destructive by this point.
True. But I think when he got his second swing, when you started giving him all the gold and silver beaks, that's when he started going crazy. Not as crazy as I'm still reeling over your final boss fight.
It was really good.
Was it?
I mean, like, the moment was good. The fight was bad. So I guess now is a good time to start talking about this because I think we're close to done with this by this point.
Yeah.
I like this chapter in concept. I think it's put in a weird spot.
They might have been wanted to put this chapter between 4 and 5.
Maybe.
Because that would have been a good lead-in to show all the information. I don't know. It seems like an awkward time to try to fit this chapter in.
Yeah, there's not really a time this chapter fits in, but it's definitely not after you beat the game.
This was the reward for 108, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this wanted a reward and they couldn't think of anything. So they just moved it over.
Very possible. Am I going to be showing off the stage plays? No. Not. I'm not doing everything. I did one.
You have shown a lot of this game.
Yeah. This game is quite long. And for as much as I enjoyed it, it is a PS2 RPG. I am ready to be done with it.
I like that Sarah looks back like, are they watching this time? In terms of sheer power, I'm trying to figure out which of these three is the strongest, because they're all very powerful in their own way.
Well, I mean, consider the fact that Luke and Sarah are shut down by anybody with a water rune.
Fair. Now she shuts them down first.
Yeah. It's a race. Alright, this was the end of chapter 4. Because I think Water Dragon is the boss of chapter 4.
Yes. Oh no. To the right. It's to the right.
Yeah, it's the right.
You're going to beat the crap out of Jimba, aren't you?
Maybe. Right again. Maybe there's just no encounters.
Oh, come now, newbie. We know that's not true.
Ugh.
Maybe you just got lucky.
But see, here's the thing of like, oh, well, of like game Y. The only reason any of us are saying game Y is because we're done. We beat the game. This feels weird because we beat the game already.
They could have jumped straight from them opening the door there to whatever's at the end here. They have magic repel.
Interesting.
And Sarah is still Sarah. Okay.
Maybe I needed that fight.
Yeah, Jimba's gonna be real hard to beat.
Oh boy. Oh right, this was a fight. I completely forgot that we fought Sarah before the Dagon.
Oh, that's right.
Like, and another thing that makes this all like kind of slow down and feel unnecessary is it's not all new scenes, which has kind of been this game's thing from the get-go. But again, it's because it's at the end of the game. Sarah, how did you get here before everyone else? I guess dragons slowed them down.
Teleportation.
Teleportation.
Remember, she says humans are something with ladders.
Why does a human use a ladder? What is this ladder? You are tiny, baby. Jimbo, you're not dead. We talked to you in about like 5 seconds. Okay.
Did I tell you what happens to him in the comics, Jimba?
Go for it.
Luke uses the True Wind rune on him and pretty much just cuts him to shreds. Like, every part of his body is just bloodied by the time Chris finds him.
Anyway. This is the scene I've been waiting for like an hour and a half now. Still funny. In the manga, Luke uses True Wind Rune to create a vacuum and stop Jimbo from getting any air to breathe. Fuck.
And then uses the shredding to, shred him. Luke is pretty brutal in the manga.
Ah, here it is. Sasori gets a new portrait. No, you sit down. So yeah, maybe the other thing that kind of broke Luke a bit was finding out that he is a clone of the ruler of Harmonia, purely made just to wield a true rune. It's a bit. It's a bit. Also, yes, Sasori went back to Harmonia, was not happy, because he had to live knowing that fact now. This is also why Luke and Sasori look so much alike. I think that's also why they took Sasori's weird hat off for this game. It was so that you could get a better look at his full face, so you could actually see how similar they looked. But yeah, Harmonia sucks.
Yes, they do.
Alright, so it's going to be stealing Godot's rune. I might... Okay, good. Good, we're just here. We skip. How much of this could be new? Just gonna...
What was it that Sasori developed? Existential angst?
Something like that. Excited to see that scene. You know.
Oh, good. We're gonna get the explanation now.
I appreciate that the game is also giving up at this point.
All right, fine. Let's keep this going.
You get the point at this point. We're just starting in media res for half these cutscenes. We don't even get Chris's. We just skip over that one.
You cared about Chris? Who cares?
God, this chapter feels slapdash. I do like it again. I like it in concept, but man, in execution, it's very poor. Simple, huh? I don't understand. You plan to kill God. I like if you do all 108 stars, how quickly this game goes from then to Wend. Of just, okay, now it's dragging on.
That's true. You just win and we're done. We're running outside of the place and it's over. We say goodbye to everybody and then we're good. I do remember something that this is being linked elsewhere as well in Newbie's Discord, but people are putting in pictures from the comic. At the very end, when everyone's trying to escape from the Sindar ruins as it's collapsing, I think it's Ace yells to Vicky, "Hey, teleport us out. We're about to die." And she says, "I'm sorry, I can't take care of that many people at the same time." And he pretty much calls her useless. It's like, all right, I get it. If you have a teleport mage around for that time frame and they can't teleport, what's the point of bringing them along? Poor Vicky.
I should rephrase that Discord message.
Which one?
The one I just linked in chat. Or bye. And then that the final boss fight?
It might be the discussions they're having in the place setting it up.
Yeah.
He's only 30? Huh.
He's only 30. What's a human made of? Okay, we got eyes and then orb, smaller orb, oval. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and then I think this scene, this is where Luke was.
Oh wait, we saw the beginnings of this.
Yeah, we didn't see the second half of that.
Hey.
So,
Just walks around the corner.
all
Good
right,
fight.
good job. He is a support member. Like, not extremely stole Luke from Harmonia.
Here we go. All the hours you spent training up Cecile and Thomas for this moment.
All comes back to bite me in the ass.
Is this going to be a duel? No. Yeah.
It's extremely a duel.
Yeah, all right. The final duel, a mirror match.
Wizards. Damn. Well, actually, that's technically... No, that's not working at all. Dual gauge, though. The most
This is
anemic
extremely
duel.
witch though. This is the best.
Beam. Is all you do Sasarai attack?
Zap, 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 zap. You know, I was gonna give this game like an 8.5. I think I might have to give it a 9 after that one.
Fair. Accurate.
Hey, good for you two.
You see, I trained them. By the way, why were Thomas and Cecile so fucking beat up and out of breath? Well, well.
And jump to him already losing? Are we going to go to the fight we just saw? Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank God. I was going to fast forward through it if it wasn't. Alright, if I am correct, there are 2 more scenes. There's this and then the finale. I will probably skip through most of the things that we have seen literally this session.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's those people again.
Thank you for the cannon.
I think in the comic, Luke is in much worse shape than is shown here. Like, he's on the ground lying in a pool of blood.
It's hard to change models.
Yeah. And here he just looks like he's tired, and that one it's like, yeah, he's dying. You're not going to save him.
Always take note of that, people. Changing out models in a 3D game costs a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
Alright, so that scene's gonna fade out, and then we're gonna continue it with the scene. Yeah, directly after that.
I think it's going to be this. There might be one more after this.
There's one more. That's why I thought it was one
Yeah.
contiguous scene. There's one more after this. Like, there is a scene aside from anything that takes place in these ruins because they keep cutting. Ruin scene ends, and then there is another scene. Because, of course, as the Star of Destiny said. With getting a bunch of different profile pictures for this scene alone.
That's a pretty good profile picture there. Your soul couldn't cope with such intensity of a bird and a boy with a knife.
Also, this is the other thing. Sarah's fucked up and weird.
Yeah.
It is highly implied and actually kind of just said here. She was kept under lock and key by Harmonia because they didn't want that power to get out. They wanted that power. Again, Harmonia causes a majority of the problems in these games. If you actually trace back the lore, Harmonia is at fault for almost every incident.
Yep.
I can't remember much of 4 and 5, but I wouldn't be surprised in those games either.
We'll see. Yeah, Sarah was dead there. She used up too much of her energy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess
there's something at the very end.
It is post credits then. 4 has problems. Just somebody in the chat saying 4 is legendarily bad. I would not say legendarily bad because that kind of gives it a air of badness that it thing is more severe than what it actually is. But it extremely has problems.
It's also a step back in lot of combat. Yeah, everything, really.
Yeah.
Although, I will give 4 credit, they have the best tactician. By a mile.
I don't recall, but yeah, maybe we'll see at some point.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get into it too much, but they are great.
Thanks to the Luke chapter, I think we have aired most of our opinions about this game at this point. Luke and the internet intermission.
I really think the whole idea that we've shown throughout this whole thing is this game was solid and needed to actually be compressed a little bit. It's just too bloated.
Yeah, that's it, really. It's bloated. There's a lot of junk in like even I think the Luke chapter is the concise point of that of okay, I get you are showing different perspectives, but like some of this isn't new information at all. This is stuff that we have seen once, maybe even multiple times. And just didn't need to exist from the Luke perspective because there's no difference. We don't get anything out of seeing this way. Like a lot of the multiple perspective scenes, we actually get something out of it, or they're like 2 minutes long and then you go right back into new stuff. Whereas the Luke chapter is half seeing stuff that we've seen before.
I would have been thrilled if it had shown stuff like how Luke got Uber to help him out in the first place. Like, where did those two meet?
Yes, that's another thing.
Or just more information on Uber in general, please! 3 games he's been around. Tell us something about this idiot.
What does the Eiffel Moon do? What does it do?
Where is Peshmerga?
Where's Peshmerga? Why isn't Peshmerga? That's actually my biggest sticking point. We've gone over it before. Why isn't Peshmerga in this fucking game?
This game focuses on Uber more than any other game that he's been in, and he's been pretty big in a couple of the games. Where is he?
Where the fuck is Peshmerga? There's literally a character in the lore whose whole entire thing is, I want to kill Uber. And he's not in the game where Uber's the main antagonist.
Yeah, again, it's just like little things like that just, it adds up to just being kind of a sticking point of the game, but I still enjoy the game overall, it just could have been better.
Peshmerga is black hair. Yeah, so there is the running joke that Peshmerga is one of the dogs that you get. I don't think Peshmerga is black haired, I think he's also blonde.
I have no idea, he's in super heavy full plate armor, so...
I'm gonna look this up real quick. Apparently, I just cannot spell Peshmerga.
P-E-S-M-E-R-G-A.
Peshmerga, there we go. Peshmerga. In the first game, I'll open this up, or this is his 2 art. And his 1 art. Okay, he does have black hair. His face is covered.
That's hair? I thought that was the side of his helmet.
Nope, it's hair.
Oops.
Persmerga is Fred. No. Because Fred is like 20.
Fred is Maximilian's son or grandson.
Yeah, like Fred is very young. Whereas Persmerga would be at least in his 30s, if not in his 40s by this point.
One last thing I'm going to mention. I'm not going to say which game it's in, but we have not seen the last of the Maximilian Knights.
We haven't. They do show up again. It's great. But yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from 3 is, though, like, but we knew this. It kind of fumbles going into the end, and that final boss is god awful. But way better of a game than I remembered it being. I was like, oh, they changed the battle system completely, and it's completely awful. Fucking fire magic and hit yourself. But actually, all it is like, you have to plan around it, and if you, it is one of those things that we are learning, similar, like, just to reference something else with Loon playing FF2, where...
That's exactly what I was going to bring up, yep.
The systems are weird and fucked up, and also, tomorrow, Fire Emblem 1, tune in for it, the systems are weird, and they're very different from all the other stuff in the series, but if you engage in the systems in the way that they're designed, they're not bad. And, frankly, 3 lets you do more with the combat than 1 and 2 let you do.
I like the combat system in 3. I think it could be a little bit more faster pace, which is something I think about most of the Suikoden games, but it works.
A lot of the slow pace in this game is the transition to 3D.
Yes.
And them trying to transition their animation style from 2D to 3D, which for the most part, it did get there. But yeah, the pace is weird and bad and slow. I would say, if we're giving the rankings like we usually do, this is like 7, 6.5, something around there. Like, it's completely solid and really good and a fun time all the way through, but there are just some major things that kind of bring it down a lot.
I wouldn't go that low myself. I think this is 7.5 to 8. I like this one more than 1, and
that's
not as
my
much as 2.
That's the takeaway that I'm sticking at. It's like, I'm actually sitting here like earlier today and right now thinking like, do I like this one more than 1? Because I'm starting to like this one more than 1. 1 is just too rough around the edges. And this one is just has a lot of like rewarding systems that you do stuff with, and it actually feels good to interact with those systems.
1 sticks the landing, and I give that a lot of credit. So I think 1's story is overall better. However, I like a lot more stuff in 3. If you look at the aggregate of the entire game in general, that I think I have to give 3 a nod over 1.
Also, like here's one thing to give 3 over 1. All the characters are really fun.
Yes.
We joke about the ninjas, but I think like the ninjas are the weakest characters.
No, they're actually really good if you use them. The problem is we just stopped using them.
Not weak power-wise, weak design-wise and character-wise. Like, they're very boring, whereas everybody else is, like, really fun. Thomas and Cecile are, like, my favorite characters. I'm mad that the game didn't let me use them that much.
We have a gymnastics teacher as one of our characters.
Anyway,
Game?
Loading.
Here we go. There she is.
Like, I think this is a good scene for getting all 108. I think all the scenes that actually give you new ass information are really good. The ones like, oh, Luke's in Labuk, and then he walks out and he sees Godot. That could have just been cut completely. What's happening? That's Luke and Sarah's soul, pretty much.
They're leaving.
Is what's supposed to be implied. They're dead. Can't see the audio only. What?
What?
Unless you mean you are playing it audio only. Should be.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I guess they were just listening in
Yes.
rather than watching. Whatever. So yeah, that's Luke on the right. That's Sarah in the middle.
Yep. They also stole Sarah away from Harmonia.
He got stolen first, and then taken away, and then he went back and grabbed her later.
Yes. But that's it.
Yeah.
Game done. I can't progress from this screen.
I like the scenes between Luke and Sarah. I wish they had shown a little bit more of that rather than just the really stiff stuff throughout the game, but oh well, at least we got a little bit of it at the end.
But that is Suikoden 3 through trials and tribulations and
You made
internet problems. We got there. And now you see why last week when I had internet trouble, I was like, maybe we wait till next week.
Yeah. If you had no problems, we would have been going to like 1 o'clock, but we would have done it just to get through.
The Luke chapter is about 2 hours long. It is lengthy and an ordeal. But yeah, that's it. I got through it. The game that I said I'd probably not stream when I first streamed like 1. But, time makes fools of us all.
That means you're not going to stream 4, right? Right?
It'll never happen, which means it's going to happen.
Damn it.
Maybe not next, maybe not for like a year, but
Yeah,
we'll
you got a
see.
schedule to keep.
We'll see. Until next time.
Have a good night, everybody.